D&D presents the No BS Show. With your hosts, Chris Mize and Doug Dock. It's the No BS Show. Take it away, guys.
No BS to you.
Once again, I don't know. I can't see anybody that's feeling. You're getting stuff coming in the hotline. I want to thank all the veterans out there. Appreciate everything you guys have done for our freedoms. I want to thank military serving overseas in our homeland. We do appreciate you guys too. It's a lot in this country going on and in other countries, and you know, our veterans, you fought for the last 20 years. You fought, a lot of you, and before that, and we really want to thank you guys in the military for what you're going through. Appreciate everything you've done and what you're doing. I want to thank all our first responders, police, fire, EMS, doctors, nurses, and tow truck drivers. Doctors and nurses especially, Doug. That's what I wanted to talk about. I remember. You didn't want to touch base on it.
No, I'm fine.
There's two things I wanted to talk about right off the get-go, people. First thing is this. How many we got, Doug? 8, 5, 3?
Eight's a good number.
8's a good number. They'll have trouble getting on again. I'm going to say this to the 8 that's listening, and hopefully more jump in. We don't care what you write in that comment section. We could give two shits less. If we don't like it, we'll take it out ourselves and tell you we're gonna. But,
Right.
you know,
Right.
you got freedom of speech, but you have freedom of speech with us, me and Doug. You don't have freedom of speech in the Facebook world right now. Trust me.
Right.
Chris Stevens got 3 days for a comment he made on here. Robbie Cisco ain't even back on Facebook 3 days last week. I don't even know to this day what the hell he said that was bad, Doug. You know, I really don't believe nuke them all, make it a glass factory. What I don't think that was any worse than what other people have said. Bam, 30 days.
Yeah, we went back through the comments and looked, and well, to us, nothing would surprise us.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if you get popped in that comment section, it's not us. It's
Right.
the watchful eye of Facebook and YouTube. So, I mean,
And they are watching.
what it is. So, that happens. The other thing I wanted to bring up, shit, I forgot already, Doug. What was it? Patrolling Peppermint Patty, admitting to the government, it's patrolling and flagging
Who's
posts.
Peppermint Patty?
I don't know. He watches saying, "You guys are tricking me now."
Someone new. We have Walter and Peppermint Patty.
Yeah, you Peppermint Patty. That's the horror. But you know, so you got a right to say whatever the hell you want.
Oh,
Press
okay.
secretary. Yeah, geez, oh Pete. You know what? I fired about what, Doug? 20 things at you yesterday, was it? Things I was going through.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of it was her.
She's
Listen,
just stupid.
I know what Texas has done. I'm not even getting into that talk, Doug, about what they've done about abortion. You know, the whole abortion thing. I'm not getting into that debate because for years, you know, my choice, my body. But, you know, now the women are coming back and saying, well, men need to get a vasectomy until they're at a certain age, and you can reverse that. No, fuck you, my choice, my body. Right, Doug?
Right. Same with
You know,
COVID.
it's my choice, my body until it comes to the vaccine, and then it's my body, their choice.
Right.
That's what it's coming down to. I mean, you know,
Exactly.
I don't care. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I don't care if you get the vaccine or not, people. I really don't. Your choice. I'm not going to tell you what you should and should not put in your body. Not going to do it. But the government's starting to force it. I don't like that, Doug.
I wonder why.
And I tell you what, you go look at the numbers. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about, Doug. I brought it up. Stop and think of something. Last year, in the heart of this, when the numbers went flying off the roof, when we shut the whole country shut down. The numbers were flying. How many people do you use people out there? How many people do you know actually had it? You knew a few. I mean, there's no two ways about it. You knew a few. But that's it. Numbers going off. Trump was president. You know, they were on him. You're not controlling his numbers going off chart. I know a shitload right now that's got it, Doug. A shitload. Period. Close. That's got it. Period. The numbers are around where they were last year. Biden's president. We bitched and moaned last year, Doug. Me and you did on this show, but on another, you know, our Speedway. We feel the numbers are wrong. They're skewed. They're making them higher than what they are. They're, you know, this, that, and the other.
Right.
I honestly believe, and you all can call me crazy, I honestly believe the numbers are high right now, and to bring them down because Biden's president. It's like, you know what? Fuck it. We're at 12,000 a day here, 15 over there. Just say we're at 6 because we got enough bullshit. Hey, free Rob. Free Rob. Do you see my thing? Free Rob.
Is he free or is
No.
he watching by proxy?
We're gonna have to send him some commissary money for the next 23 days yet. He's
right.
He's in the hole. He got put in the hole. But stop and think about what I'm saying about the numbers. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, you go look at them. I'm not going to tell them to you. You go look and think about what I'm saying. Compared to last year to this year, the numbers or whatever, it is what it is.
So Joe knows 35 people last month.
Yeah. How many last year?
Right. Bill knew one last year that had it, and now knows over 12 that has it.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody knows at least 5 to 10, 15 times more people now, Doug.
Right.
But the numbers are about the same.
Right.
You know, just fucking be honest with the American people. Now, to get to Rob Cisco, people, Facebook, for some reason, this is a United States veteran, served his country, cannot have freedom of speech whatsoever on Facebook. He's gotten more 30 days than anybody I know. Every time he comes back on, he ain't on long, and he said nothing. He cannot have an opinion on Facebook. A United States veteran, Doug. That's a shame.
Right.
That's a shame. So I put it up before we leave tonight. I think we all need a fleet to put it all out tonight. Flood Facebook with how many ever people watch this. Free Rob Cisco. Start the free Rob Cisco.
And make sure you tag Facebook in it.
It's well, they're watching anyways. Oh, super
Yeah,
fuck.
but want to make sure.
I've said worse on this show. Way worse than what he said. Doug, so have you.
I don't know, Rob. We asked the question, did you hear what it was exactly that they caught on to that
Oh,
they
Don.
felt that? Huh?
Don, could you ask Rob?
Yeah,
Rob's
yeah,
not
sorry.
allowed to watch.
Right. Can you see if he received an email from the powers to be of what exactly was said that they didn't like?
No, 2 last year. Look, Joe's 2. Bill's
He
1.
knew too. Yep. Yeah.
I mean,
And we knew a couple.
yeah,
Same with Dean.
Listen, Dean Henry's on great food. If you guys aren't Clyde, make sure you stop at Big D's Pizza.
Take a commercial break right here. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, Big D's Pizza. Me and Debbie, we're over that way. Made ourself over that way last night. Ordered. It was funny. Just quick story, people. So I didn't want to message Dean and saying, "Hey, man, I'm going to get some food at your place. Better be good," because I didn't want him. So I ordered.
Be treated like the common folk.
The common folk. I ordered. We pick up the food and I take a picture of it and then take a picture of his building and send him a picture. He goes, "Yeah, basically, I won't tell you exactly what he said." He goes, "Yeah, I seen it come in on the call app." Like, this dude's monitoring call apps. That's pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What did come up, Dean? Asshole alert. Assholes calling. Assholes calling.
The phone's got that big.
You have an asshole calling your store. But
there you go.
Yeah. No shit. Just said went against community standards. That's a freaking vague. His comment went against. Jeez, oh Pete, I'd say.
So tell them prove it.
Yeah, prove it. It's not
our community standards here are fine.
we scroll down at the bottom. We scroll that across. And we tell people, you're free to say what you want. I like, once again, I can't help it. Facebook and YouTube and that they like I said a couple shows ago, his socialist state that's moving in, communist state that's moving in, and they're backing this administration, swapping spit with them. They're going to be the first ones to get axed. I'm telling you.
Let's dive in.
Let's dive into what you want to dive in that you wouldn't tell me what we're going to talk about.
No, this is all open record stuff.
Open record.
So we have the Afghan refugees coming over. Now remember, at the beginning it was 30,000.
Yeah, now it's 100 and some thousand, isn't it?
Right, because we're going to have to take some of them that we shipped over everywhere that we could get them out of Afghanistan. So there's bound to be probably 100,000 more. Now, when they get here,
there's some at an airport right now, Doug.
And what's going on with them at the airport? Are they getting ready to fly over?
Well, we got Americans that are held up at the airport. Report just come out today.
They don't have the correct paperwork.
They're saying they don't have the what? Correct.
And their paperwork isn't all straight.
Their paperwork isn't all straight. But there's Americans on the plane. How do you feel about Crete? I'll tell you, Greg, later on. Their paperwork isn't all straight. But here's the thing. In the report, they've been held up for 2 days. The Taliban is not letting them out of the airport, not letting them leave. United States Americans, okay, citizens. They also say their demands are not met. What fucking demands? We just gave billions of dollars of equipment.
Right.
What happened to Mr. Biden? Walter, I'd like to know. What happened to you saying you made a deal with Taliban and Taliban's not going to interfere with them leaving the country? What happened to that, Doug? What's he doing up there telling that hooker up there? Hey, Contula, I don't understand. They went back on their word.
Can you believe it?
It shocks me.
All right, we'll get into that. Yeah, they're hostages.
Yeah, they are.
American hostages.
As far as I'm concerned, they are.
So these Afghanistans that we have taken on, the 30-some thousand plus the ones that are going to end up coming over here, now you have to put 2 and 2 together here. They don't decide where they're going to live. Guess who decides?
Well, it isn't Biden because we already see when he's saying, "I was told not to answer any questions, and I was instructed to call this guy first."
We'll get there.
But his administration,
The State Department.
yeah,
They're the ones going to tell them what state to go to. So
Marty.
let me find that. Okay, so here's where they're going to go: Arizona, Florida, Colorado, Illinois, Maryland, North Carolina, New Jersey, just one little area of New York that they lost, Buffalo, Cleveland, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Texas.
Did you say California?
I did not.
Okay.
Why didn't I say California?
That went
Here-
to Biden went.
Here's why. Because the ones that I did mention were all the states that were at issue, at odds during the election. These are the swing states: Ohio, Pennsylvania, that little piece of New York.
What they're doing, I don't know, Greg. I just read a little bit of the report, but what they're doing. Well, yeah, that's funny.
They're
shit.
demanding helicopter mechanics.
May no let paint fly unless you
Right,
send
they-
mechanics
yeah.
to fix Blackhawks. But anyways, what they're doing is let's fall back to what we've been preaching about for 6 months. Let's fall back to the voter bill that's in the House still. Okay.
Which says
Undocumented immigrants in the country 1 year can vote.
correct.
So we're bringing all these Afghans into the country. State Department decides where they go. Doug just told you what they've said where they're going. Them are all the swing states that wasn't all with Biden and the Democrats. And in 1 year, guess what they get to do, Doug?
They get to vote, which will be right in time for midterm. Perfect. That is what quite a plan. So you see how deceitful they can get.
I mean, just stop and think. Just stop and think. 1 year, they're going to be able to vote. And here's the worst part about that. If this doesn't make you think about that voter bill that we've been screaming about, me and Doug been screaming about that for 6 months, haven't we, Doug?
Yeah. Yep.
16 and above, no longer 18, 16 and above.
Right.
Undocumented that's been in the country for 1 year. Now, that doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense to me. But just stop and think about what they're saying. An undocumented immigrant that's been in the country 1 year, he or she or it is undocumented. How do they know how long they've been here? Am I wrong?
You're correct, but the reason it was put in there was because of this particular reason.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to know.
Not going to know. So if a group of Mexicans comes across the border, let's say the election last year, November 3rd, and this law's into place, they come across the border October 15th. Hey, you're in the country, you're undocumented, we haven't documented. How long you been here? Me, been here a year. People. How do we know?
That's true. So the country's two largest cities is not even getting one Afghanistan.
No.
Los Angeles and New York. They didn't make the list.
No.
And there's no Wisconsin cities that were included.
Well, no, according to China, that's where the coronavirus started.
Right. So they didn't want them getting over there and getting corona.
Yeah. But the thing of it is listen, I want to know who's coming over, because there's 60,000 interpreters and Afghans that helped for 20 years. Helped
Plus the guy that helped Biden.
Yeah, helped the American government during that war that was promised visas. I'm okay with that, Doug. I know some people might go, "What are you, stupid?" in the comments. You helped us for 20 years, interpreter. You helped us during the war. Okay, you got to reward them somehow. Right now, we just wrote a bunch of death sentences by pulling out and leaving them people there.
And giving them the list.
Yeah. And giving a list. And what was his people? Oh my God. What was his excuse for giving them a list?
He wanted to make sure that they had safe.
Yeah, but he gave an explanation finally. I think we might, it might have been one. His reason was because during the war, when it started last year or two of the war, if we had a bus load of people or whatever going from one area to another, and we knew there was Taliban checkpoints, we would call the Taliban and say, basically in layman's terms, don't fuck with that bus. It's coming through, and if you fuck with it, you're in trouble. They'd let the bus through. What in the world, after we pull out, would make him think, don't mess with them planes? You mess with them, and we're coming over. You're not coming anywhere, Jack. You ain't even in the country. I mean, we're peppermint patty. I love that peppermint patty.
Here's why we're so confused, as you asked. Walk away, Walter. Watch Walter walk away.
Watch this.
What is the plan? Will you recognize the Taliban as the government?
I'm not supposed to take any questions, but go ahead.
Mr. President, on Afghanistan?
I'm not going to answer Afghanistan now.
Can you get the facility?
Okay.
President Biden, what are the Americans left behind? President Biden, you awarded to the Taliban?
Thank you all very much.
President Biden, on Afghanistan, President Biden, why did you ask President Donald to downplay the Taliban? President Biden, why did you look at your walking show up to the Hoover? Can you respond to that? Did you see anyone? Mr. President, you called for a whole of government approach. For a whole of government approach in Texas, sir? Mr. President, you called for a whole of government approach. For a whole of government approach in Texas.
Thank you all very much.
President Biden, on Afghanistan, President.
Talk about happy things, man.
Hey, listen. I want you guys to think of this. What's that? Oh, I want you.
Associate producer.
She interrupted me. I don't know what she. I want you all to think of something. Go back after we're done and just watch that clip that we just played. There's something that happens every single time. What is it, Doug? When he turns and walks away, his head is down.
Mm-hmm.
His head's down. It's defeat. When you put your head down, bow down, and walk away, it's defeat.
Well, he's embarrassed that he's not allowed to take questions now.
But the thing, but the way he's walking away, he's defeated. Look at his walk. Look at his demeanor. There's not a single country in this world right now going, Putin's over there going.
So let's take a look at his decline, his cognitive decline over the last, I'm going to say weeks, but unfortunately this has to come from Australia because our mainstream media isn't reporting on it. So a lot of the stuff comes from Australia, where they are reporting on us. So here we go.
As we know, politics, well, it is so often staged, and American politics is, well, faker than most. And then there is the issues in and around a bloke in obvious cognitive decline who's desperately trying to avoid, well, his own stuff-ups. Swampy Joe decided to go to the hurricane-affected areas of the United States in the past couple of days. Now, this is a bloke who is heavily controlled. Remember, he was able to effectively campaign, or not campaign, for the presidency from his basement. He was able to have a collection of people around him in the White House who literally tell him who he can and can't talk to when it comes to a free media.
I'll take your questions, and as usual, folks, they gave me a list of the people I'm going to call on. So, Jonathan, Associated Press.
Thank you, sir.
That man only has the nuclear codes, but can't work out which journalists to take questions from. Here's an idea. Maybe all of them. And when he went to the hurricane victims, he, was just as confected as he would be in any other environment. It was as if it was in his basement, but in the South.
President Biden toured one of the hardest hit communities of Laplace, Louisiana.
Folks, I know you're hurting. I know you're hurting. We're going to make sure we have someone coming through here, going door to door, letting people know what's available to them right now.
But as always, a level of staging needs to be done, a bit of security. But when it comes to the theatre of the Biden presidency, this is how controlled things were. Someone took a photo of a document that was in his back pocket. It shows names and faces of people who have been pre-arranged with vetted stories to discuss with Swampy Joe. This is the bloke who supposedly just has so much compassion running through his veins. If only those veins ran all the way to his head and it was full of blood that he could remember their names.
This is Australia's take on everything.
What they think of the free world. You know, we got a video. I don't know if you can play it or not, Doug. You don't have to. We got a video. I'm sure most of you seen it. He comes off the helicopter and the Secret Service isn't even points. Turn right on this sidewalk, Joe, and then starts walking. He follows him out and around the bushes and lost.
I did not download that one.
At the White House. Remember, I played that. I sent it to you the other day. Lost. I'm like, are you kidding me? This son of a bitch don't even know where to go in the White House. Now, one thing you have to remember. I watched the video the other day when Trump was just getting off that helicopter, getting on, the way he conducted himself. I'm not saying everything he did's right, trust me, but one thing he did that'll always stick in my mind, and I seen it again the other day. The Marines are standing at the chopper waiting, and one Marine's hat flew off, and he wouldn't move, and it flew pretty far out of the way. Trump walked out of his way, walked up, grabbed that hat, walked over, put it back on the Marine, and made sure it was right, saluted him, got back on the plane, helicopter. We got a president now who don't even know his damn way to the White House from the helicopter. And the decisions he's making, he's not making.
No. And that's the problem. We're trying to figure out who is actually pulling the strings here.
And we can't. You're never going to figure it out. Yeah, the vice president knows where to go.
Oh,
is this the presidential suite?
Oh, I'm not in yet. Oh,
I'm sorry.
I thought he was gone. They still haven't got rid of him.
I'm just going to stay here anyways because he'll never find his way here.
I am uploading that video. It'll be a.
But you know, he's making piss poor decisions. He's made them. Now he's in defeat. We're in bad shape. He's in defeat, and just look at the way he walks away from these. Yeah, you're probably right, Greg. You're right. Look at the way he walks away. Head down, defeated.
Let me play that video.
Watch this one.
I have never seen anything like that before.
I
And they even pointed to the
He
sidewalk.
pointed. He
Said,
pointed.
follow that.
Follow the yellow brick road, asshole. Please. And then he takes off, and they're like, the guy behind him's got to be going. You see him getting on his mic. Yeah. Listen, man. I
He's
don't know.
following you.
You should have held his hand. And then he like walks up on the thing by the door, like confused.
Right. And if they were expecting him, and that's normal, door would have been open, somebody would have been holding that door. So obviously the guy that's seen him coming up there is like, what is he doing wandering around back here?
The sprinkles, I'm here. what what's that guy saying? What the hell? So why we are showing this, it isn't really to make fun of him. It's to show he's not making decisions in this country.
Right.
He's not making them. Well, did I send you that Obama clip, what he said back when he was in office in the United Nations meeting?
What?
Yes, Senate and Senate in one room. We're small-minded people. We're small-minded. We can't think for ourselves until we submit basically to government. Well, we're making fun of them. It's true, Greg. But the worst part about that is we're making fun of him. But it's sad. This is what's leading our country. He's not leading. He's not leading the country. He's not leading this country. Ain't gonna happen with Mark. But he's not leading this country. Other people are making decisions. And he's so stupid that he's telling everybody that.
I'm not allowed to think on my own here.
So it's sorry, folks. I don't know. They're bringing Afghanistan's over, placing them in swing states. only. Okay. Now, we don't know if they've been checked, vaccinated, what? We don't know. You know, I guarantee you nobody knows. But they're not doing nothing about the southern border. It's almost like you ain't heard shit about that now, Doug. You notice that? You ain't heard shit.
Right.
You ain't heard shit. They're pushing bills through. We got the gun law bill which shouldn't even. We just left how many weapons in Middle East? That should be right off the table. If we ain't got no gun laws and restrictions in the Middle East that we just left, we shouldn't have none here, right?
Right.
We left trillions of fucking dollars of equipment, military equipment, and they had a parade, a victory parade with it. You know, the voter bill. I'm telling you, if you people don't write your congressmen, senators, doesn't matter. Greg lives down in South Georgia, write yours. This voter bill that it's going to be coming up on the table again. I'm telling you right now, it's terrible. The only thing that voter bill, the only thing it's good for is if you're a socialist. You know what I mean? If you're a socialist. And you're right, Greg. That's exactly what he's got. You know. Well, Joe, we're not, because I just heard, me and Doug are trying to find it. Someone sued the state of Ohio over that $300 a week that we're giving out that they cut off June 26th. I was told, now I don't know, we're trying to find it. I was told, so face fuck and all your fact checkers from China. I don't know. I'm not saying it's fact, but I heard that lawsuit was won and people are now getting backdated checks. So, and yeah, we're not broke. We got another stimulus bill up in the infrastructure bill. It's got $1,200 a month per person for 1 year. Can't be broke going for shit like that, can we, Doug?
No, not at all.
What are you laughing about?
I'm always in the background doing something, but I found the similarities between Biden and Walter, and they do have.
They had a lot of similarities.
Walter's right there.
Yeah, we are. We're this country's screwed, Joe, because it ain't just Ohio. I mean, it's everybody. Because if they put that $1,200 a month per person out for 1 year, forget it. One, we can't pay it, Doug. We can't pay it. You know, we cannot pay it.
Now the whole COVID pandemic unemployment, that's done. That was done September 3rd.
Yeah, that's what they
September
said.
3rd. So of course everybody's upset about that. But like you said, there's regular unemployment out there for those of you who weren't able to find a job.
Are still on it. If you're on unemployment and you cannot find a job, please drive down Route 250 in Perkins or up Perkins Ave, because they need you. They need you. Tammy Spears said it. You're exactly right, Tammy. That's what they want. They want it to fail. So we got to rely on the government so we can go to a socialist state here. That's exactly what they're pushing. And how you stop this train wreck from hell, I have no idea. I don't know. Yep. Pelosi goes through the left cheek and Camellia goes through the right cheek, and they KY up good and slide it in right together.
Damn. So with everything going on, Afghanistan's not going to go away. The border's wide open. anybody can get in there. So if you are a terrorist and you have your wits about you, you just go down there and come in that way. You don't have to go through any kind of work to get in.
There's no Afghans that are terrorists.
No, but
isn't that what he pretty much said?
Yeah. There's havoc in Louisiana and New Jersey from Hurricane Ida, racial divide growing, inflation, all this stuff going on, gun control, voting bills. And where's Walter?
I don't drink in a
He's
warm
on
glass of milk.
vacation in Delaware.
So it's time to take a break.
Yeah, it was a lot going on.
He wasn't answering questions, right?
Yeah,
we instructed you not to take questions.
Right. You go to your room. So he went all the way to Delaware to his house.
Went all the way. Mr. Biden, what are you doing? Well, you said go to my room.
This is where I went when my parents told me.
So, Louisiana, Wayne Sweeney, I know he doesn't watch this much. He does on and off. He works for Interstate Towing. They took off the other day, transporter generators. Isn't that funny? We want windmills and solar panels, but
yeah, that's
this is generators. Generators going down to save the day.
For some reason, in an emergency, those aren't working very well.
But Wayne told me we pray for them people down there. Wayne told me he pulled into one town and it was just
devastated.
There's nothing there. He says that you see, foundations, footers where people, where people are laying in, sleeping in their cars and with what?
What?
Oh, McDonald's ice cream machines. Well, the parts in China.
That's that's a federal issue going on right now.
I didn't even hear about that. But hold on,
we'll get to that.
There's people sleeping in their cars in their driveways, and you see a footer or a slab where the house was. It's out in the field. It's
right.
It's out, and he said you go downtown through the city, the buildings are gone. Most of the buildings are gone. There's, it's almost like Katrina, Doug, and so we pray for them people down there.
Yeah. Just to touch base on this, we talked about this last week. A guy got dragged out of the classroom in handcuffs because he wasn't vaccinated. But you're right. College football stands, NASCAR, pro football, all that wide open.
Well, except for New York. You cannot go to a Buffalo Bills game unless you show a vaccination card.
Well, I wonder how long that's going to last.
I know a whole bunch of people at Oswego this weekend ain't got one. But that's just, because of the money. How many people's Ohio Stadium put in it? What is it, 106 or 108,000? Michigan's got 110,000, or
right.
I can't remember. Right. It's up over 100,000, both of them. You think they're going to turn that money away? Shit. Are you kidding me? And that's in our state capital with the little Napoleon complex on bitch down there that was preaching, to get it. What happened to that? What happened to what he was preaching in February? You got to get the vaccine so we get back to normal. Well, we're normal to last year, Mr. DeWine, 6,000-7,000 a day. And how many are vaccinated? And if you go to the hospitals, a lot of them that are in the hospital
are
vaccinated.
104,944 can get into the stadium in Ohio.
Ohio Stadium. What? Michigan's more, I think.
My computer won't pull that up.
Won't pull Michigan up?
Yeah.
You put Michigan football, what's it bring up, big turd?
It keeps going to porta potties.
So, I mean, I know there's a couple more things you want to talk about here, Doug.
Well, 107,601. You didn't know about the federal government being all involved in the
No.
McDonald's ice cream machines? You notice how they're always broke down?
I don't
You
eat
missed that?
McDonald's ice cream. I don't eat their ice cream.
You don't watch the news?
I try not to go there. I watch the news, but I sure to fuck I wasn't paying attention to anything that said McDonald's on it. Because if I seen a thing that said McDonald's, I thought, well, maybe they're paying $25 an hour now. I don't know. You know.
Well, their ice cream machines are normally broke down, so they say. So the FTC is getting involved in it to try to figure out why these machines are always broke down for McDonald's, why they can't be fixed. And they're finding out right now that they're too difficult to fix, that, you know, people on the premise, they can't do it. So they have to call somebody in, which creates, you know, a wait. So the FTC is like, well, this sounds like some company that's done that so that they can make some money.
I don't know.
You don't care about ice cream machines.
Listen, if they're broke down, we don't have anybody working the goddamn competent enough on a lot of that to work to take your order without screwing your order up, right? What do you think? If the machine breaks down, somebody's gonna jump right in. I can fix this.
Here's a conspiracy theory.
What? Afghanistan deal is created to keep mind off the fact that they're moving their numbers forward. You know what? It wouldn't surprise me anything with NASCAR anymore, though. Another joke. That's a joke. NASCAR's a joke.
All right. Do you know Burr Rabbit?
Bill Rabbit, yeah.
Bill
Bill Rabbit's who's watching. Isn't that what he said?
Burr Rabbit.
No.
You don't know? This is Burr Rabbit.
Okay.
You know him now?
Characters at what? Disney?
Yes.
Okay.
Under fire from the cancel culture.
For what?
Because this takes you back to a time when
Put that picture back up.
Things were dark.
What, a hobo?
That is a black rabbit. You made me say it. Burr Rabbit.
Oh, so we're gonna. He's out. He's getting axed.
He's out the door now. What it was is they had a statue of Burr Rabbit, and they've removed it, and this was it, just like any other ones that are there. Burr Rabbit. You did it.
So. Okay. We got Afghanistan going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have coronavirus flaring up, correct? We have a border crisis right now. Terrible one, correct? Take that picture off. I don't want to see that fucking rabbit. Oh, fuck. So we have a border crisis going on, correct? We just had a hurricane that flooded and took out towns, correct? And we're worried about a fucking rabbit.
Exactly. And I'll show you a little bit more about Burr Rabbit, just so you have an idea what's going on here. I gotta wait.
Screen. Yeah. There's smoke screens all over, trust me. Go ahead, Doug. Put the fucking rabbit up.
Hold on, I want to show you something. This is probably more so why they want to take it down because this was brought up. Hold on, I got to get it over to you.
Part of the Song of the South.
Is what?
Part of the Song of the South with Tar Baby.
Yeah. Burr Rabbit and the Tar Babies. What's wrong with that? I can't see you.
All right. Doesn't surprise me. Okay. Doesn't surprise me, but let me ask you once again. We'll get off Afghanistan and every fucking crisis that's going on in the world. We're over in Africa. Ethiopia is going through genocide right now. I sent you that story today, Doug. We'll not talk about that and concentrate about that kind of fucking shit going on in the world and the shit in the United States. What we'll fucking concentrate on is a goddamn rabbit again, because somebody's fucking got a bug up their ass because of a rabbit. I'm not going to concentrate on Xbox with Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, and these fucking games that teach these kids and give them extra. Oh, you got 50 extra points because you took them out in 4 seconds. And graphically show their fucking brain splattering and blood shooting all over the place, saying all kinds of stupid shit. Back and forth on their little headsets talking. That's okay, but fuck the rabbit. He's got to go. You go sit with Pepe Le Pew and the rest of them, Yosemite Sam and them. You get over in the fucking corner, you bad rabbit. You sit there. Well, you're done. You brought out bad feelings and offended somebody. Grand Theft Auto, go ahead. You don't offend a fucking person. How can that be? How can these fucking idiots, and I have no word to say, but fucking idiots, Doug, worry about a goddamn cartoon character in a time like this? A time like this. Seriously, what kind of simple-minded motherfucker sees what's going on in this country and the downfall of the United States? We're going to address the rabbit.
Remember, they want to erase the past.
Huh?
They want to erase the past. And that was in 1971. Grand Theft Auto is 2014, I think.
Well, it's okay then.
Yes.
China's limiting their kids to 1 hour a day of these games because it's turning them into vegetables. No shit. So you come to my neighborhood, though. I'm going to tell you right now, you come to my neighborhood, sit where I'm sitting, look out. At any part of the day and evening, I'm surprised they ain't out there right now, aren't you, Debbie? Them kids ain't in the house, Doug. Mom and dad makes them get their ass out and play. Okay? They're out playing all the time. And that's good. But all Xbox is fucking cancel culture. All this Xbox is to them, and it's a cancel culture, Doug, is a babysitter. Mom, I'm going to go play my Xbox. Okay, Junior, I know you're good for 3 hours. I ain't got to worry about you. I'm concentrating on getting a rabbit thrown out of Disney World. So go on in and play that game where you take people's heads off, run them over, rape them, everything else. Snow White gets kissed by a prince, and oh my God, she was sleeping and the prince kissed her.
Unwanted
Kiss.
Yes.
And let me get back to one thing. If you don't like what I'm fucking saying on this show, you tune in. I don't give a fuck. Simple. I don't care. You can have an opinion, write it on page. You can tell me I don't like what you're saying. The two shits I give not. I don't care. Getting rid of a rabbit and worrying about a rabbit from Disney World that's been there for years.
From 1971.
It's 1971, and kids have watched and watched and watched. And you're worried about a rabbit when we got a world crisis going on. Crisis is in the United States. and everything else, and this country's falling apart, and you're worried about a fucking rabbit. Well, you know what? If we get rid of the rabbit, world peace will happen.
World peace.
That's the last key. We got rid of Yosemite Sam, Pepe Le Pew, and how dare that guy kisses that woman while she's asleep while the 7 security guards sit there and watch and root him on. That's got to go too. And this rabbit's the last piece of the pie, sir. Get rid of him and we'll have world peace. Yeah, the Taliban's going to quit shooting people. Biden better get on the red phone. Hey, we got rid of the fucking rabbit.
Oh, hold on a minute. What color is this phone? Damn it.
Yeah, fuck, it's red. Here comes the Indians. You know.
Well, Australia is worried about them having the nuke code.
I'm worried about him having a nuke code. Seriously.
Especially when he can't even find his way back into the White House.
And let's go back to that. You know, everybody's like,
I never seen a president get off the plane and turn. They've always went straight off.
Listen, I know we played that in some of you in the beginning. Why are they playing this? The dude points. Go this way, asshole.
But
go this way. Follow the
the first thing is I'm pretty sure if you go off the helicopter straight off, you go into where you're supposed to be. He goes around the reporter, so they're probably all turning.
They're all looking, going. You know, if I sneak this way around, nobody will ask me a question because I'm not allowed to answer them anyways.
Then the guy points and actually really says, just follow that. Just follow that. Go right between these 2 bushes.
Go there. Follow the concrete walk. No.
Yeah.
Where are we going, sir? I don't know where the fuck you're going. You were supposed to turn right back there, dude. Go in that door right there.
Yeah. Can I go in this door? Now where am I?
You know, and if you stop and think, you know, even Obama, the last of what he did, you know, and I hate to even say I voted for him, but the last term, all the destruction he started, even Obama isn't that stupid. He knew his way into the White House from a helicopter. I mean,
yeah.
Trump, he'd have jumped off the helicopter and seen 10 reporters saying, so, sir, we need you going to the White House. Kiss my ass. I'm up for an argument
I'm
today.
going to go this way.
I'm up for an argument today. You know,
there was no. I'm going to go in a new door today because I don't want to go in your door.
There was no cheat sheets. You know, stop and think of this. When Trump talked to the reporters, okay, how many times have you people heard this? You know, I watch you. Your show, you said this, and you were fake on what you said. There wasn't no card to tell him, you know.
Right.
He didn't look around for when he called a name, look around. He knew who he was talking to.
And nobody was going to tell him who to call on. That's the president. That's the president. The president's going to do what he wants to do. They can advise you. I would prefer that you, well, that ain't happening.
I prefer you kiss my ass today is probably what Trump told them people. Matter of fact, I don't think you work for me. I'll decide what I'm doing. When I want your advice, I'll ask you for your advice. Other than that, shut up, sit in the corner over there with Burr Rabbit. You know, I mean.
Burr
Rabbit, you're out. I mean, well, you talk about unemployment.
Poor guy had been working for since 1971.
71.
He gets canceled out.
What's next? Winnie the Pooh? Because he's stealing honey? You know what? The honey workers of America going to have a strike? Winnie Pooh stole our fucking honey. Throw him out. He represents the thieves.
Yeah. Something's going to happen. It's going to happen pretty quickly. I don't know how much more
the
world's going to put up with.
You haven't heard anything for 2 weeks now about Article 25 on Harris, have you?
On Article 25
against Harris?
No.
You ain't heard shit, have you? What happened to the the competency test that Biden's supposed to take? Obama's took it. Trump's took it. George W. took it. How he passed, I don't know. But Clinton took it.
Biden took it when he was campaigning, I believe.
Huh?
But remember,
Biden didn't take it yet. Biden did not take it yet. He did not take it yet. Huh? Executive. Oh, here we go with the research. Here I'm typing people. I'll show you, you son of a bitch. There ain't nothing more that guy loves. It's whoop, wrong way right there. Than to prove me wrong. He has not took it. He did. Yeah, where'd he take it? Right, Marty, in his basement.
That's what I'm gonna. That's where
he
I
couldn't
was
even
headed with
talk
that.
in his basement. He couldn't even talk in the teleprompters. I mean, Trump went on a campaign. When he was on campaign, everybody thought it was terrible. I think I might have sent this video. On his campaign, he had a big screen. He showed Biden campaigning, stuttering in the middle of sentences. We had just, the kids used to rub my legs and my hair would stand straight up. I'm sure that's not the only thing that stood straight up when they were rubbing your legs and the kids, but I mean,
what do you mean?
Why would you even say something like that? And we elect a man in the presidency? Well, I didn't say it. He said the kids used to rub my hair and my blonde hair and my leg. Who gives a fuck what color hair you got on your legs, you dumb, creepy bastard? I mean, come on.
Where do we go from here?
Where do we go? We ain't going up.
Even if we take him out, look what we got.
Rephrase that. Even if he's removed from office, not take him out. That's a broad.
That's a different way of looking at it.
Yeah, if he's removed from office,
removed. I meant to say Facebook.
Yes,
YouTube,
Facebook, YouTube, you cocksuckers.
Secret Service.
Secret Service. Yeah, he's the one that said it. Removed from office. What have we got? We're not going up. You got the hooker coming up into the presidency. And then after that, the gin people will love you because Pelosi goes up into vice president. Now they're talking, stop and think. I said it a couple weeks ago. They're talking, they hit it right last year. I see it now. They're talking Article 25 on Harris. She's not competent standoff. Article 25. Boom. You're derelict on your duties. We all know Biden, and I don't wish it on anybody. Trust me, dementia, Alzheimer's, whatever. I don't wish that on anybody, not even him. We all see, we're not blind. We see it. Mm-hmm. He can't even take a direct order 4 feet in front of him. Go that way. I mean, watch when he walks away. He's got his head down every time in defeat. There's something not right mentally there. Who's that put in office, Doug?
Contola and
well, if they Article 25 her, who's that put in office?
Yeah, her.
Nancy Pelosi. And guess who she'll bring up with her? She'll bring someone up, vice president, like Maxine Waters or somebody.
Somebody from the squad.
Yeah.
And I was talking to somebody about this. When you watch Biden, Walter, speak, it almost looks like he's having a stroke. He's in the beginning of having a stroke. I got a feeling he's going to end up with one before this is all over.
He might. Joe said the first debate, I tell you when it started, Joe, was in the Democratic debate when they were all debating each other to run against Trump. Harris had them all screwed up. She was the one that was the biggest one against him.
Mm-hmm.
Harris had him screwed up.
Yeah, and that just that also shows you just what politics is all about. You can go beat somebody up and completely disagree with everything. Would you like to be my vice president?
Absolutely. I
Sure
agree
thing.
with you. And I can tell you what it was that turned him. And once again, just stop and hear me out on this, people. When Harris brought up about, what was it, the sexual harassment and women or something with Biden, brought some shit up in that debate and, was pointing at him. I got basically saying, I got shit on you and I'll use it. That fucked his head up after that debate. I'm telling you right now, it messed his head up. He was in his basement hiding. I honestly believe there was some physical things going on that he couldn't leave his house. It wasn't, he was abiding by the, rules, and he was not going to travel because of COVID. Listen, I believe there was some physical damage or something done that happened that made him stay in his house. He couldn't leave his house because of health reasons. It wasn't COVID. That's just an opinion of mine only. We're not going to know because he has not took that mental test yet, the competency test that all the other presidents have taken, Doug. And they wanted Trump, remember? They wanted Trump last year or the year before to take that again.
Right.
He hasn't taken it.
Well, at this point, it would be really bad if he did.
What?
That's
he has to take it. All the other presidents did. Why isn't he? Why are the Democrats? They were screaming. Remember, they were screaming a year and a half ago about Trump taking it. They demanded it. Why aren't they demanding that now? Problem you got is there's about 5-6 Democrats in the House and Senate getting ready to say, you know what? You need to take it. We're tired of dealing with this.
Well, it's shown a big weakness to the entire world.
We've showed it
more than once.
I'll never forget the clip, Doug. Where did he fly into Texas or somewhere? I'll never forget that clip. When he starts to talk and he goes, where the hell am I?
Right.
Remember that?
Yeah. What am I doing here?
What am I doing here? Where the hell am I? He said that, not us.
Here's the Australians news team putting out Biden's latest.
Yeah.
They call it a lie. They call it flat out his latest lie.
Moving along to the US, and Joe Biden's latest disastrous lie has been exposed. Remember, the president vowed that no American would be left behind.
Americans should understand that troops might have to be there beyond August 31st.
No, Americans should understand that we're going to try to get it done before August 31st.
But if we don't, the troops will stay.
If we don't, we'll determine at the time who's left.
And
if there are American forces, if there's American citizens left, we're going to stay till we get them all out.
Well, the last US military planes have left Afghanistan, and there are still American citizens trapped in a hellhole overrun by Islamist extremists. Here's CNN's Clarissa Ward on the plight of one family.
I spoke earlier on in the day with a family of 4 from Houston, Texas. They told me they had been going to the airport for 2 weeks, trying desperately to get out. They all have American passports. They had gone to Afghanistan to visit the mother's family, and essentially the issue was they couldn't get past the Taliban.
Another catastrophic failure from Joe Biden, who in a short period has comprehensively disgraced the office of the president.
That's from another country.
That's Stephanopoulos. Hey, you see Stephanopoulos? He's going. Yeah. He stumped the reporter. I think he's going. Hey, dumbass, you just went off script. You're telling American people exactly.
They must be screwing with Chris Mize again. Zuckerberg must be flying around. He's all froze up. Let's see if he comes back. Amazing what happens. So Facebook's not happy with Chris Mize tonight, so he's going to get froze up. But what this is showing to the entire world, and it's unfortunate that we have to go to Australia to get our news, the facts, because they're putting it out there just like it should be. And hi, I think they've had enough of you.
You know what, Matt? Where were we?
You were just talking about how great it is to be able to just publicly speak your mind without any repercussions, pretty much.
Listen, we do a Facebook Live on Tuesday nights every week. Every week.
Yes.
Never, ever have this issue, do we, Doug? Ever.
No.
Never. But we didn't say the shit we're putting up there. Our goof-ass president said this shit. He's the one. We're just playing the material.
Everything's facts.
We're playing the material. Hot. And you want to come on here and yank people off our comment section, give them days, cut and start fucking with my feed again. They put me in. You want to screw with the feed to this program again. I guarantee you before I'm out, they'll do it again. They'll freeze me up. You chicken shit bastards. You cockroaches. Zuckerberg and your little China ass fucking facts checkers. Check this. Fuck you. You commie bastards. We still got a right in this country to have freedom of speech. Right now, none of the Constitution's violated. They have not destroyed it, which they want to. Freedom of speech. I know there's consequences come with it. But if it don't fit certain agendas, they will try to shut you up right now.
The thing is everything that we're saying is opinion, or it is fact-based off of something that we show you, or I can give you a link to. It's not just we made up the vaccine. We made up.
You commie bastards. You give the Taliban a Facebook page and don't do a fucking thing. Let them get on Facebook, and you want to fuck with somebody.
They're reconsidering that.
But they got it now. And you want to piss with people? Got what, 13 fucking viewers at most? Hell, we'd probably have more if you'd allow them to get on, you jackasses. You don't want the truth out. There's nobody wants the truth. We're worried about fucking rabbits at Disney World. Another smoke screen. Mm-hmm. I mean, we got an administration going, thousands of people in the South are screwed. They're screwed because hurricane come back up through, Doug. Thousands of people are screwed. I guarantee our administration's going, thank God for that hurricane. Took a little bit of the heat off of what's actually going on.
Right.
I mean, you're right. They've got Americans pinned down over on a tarmac somewhere in Afghanistan that was promised this would not happen. And they won't let them out until their demands are met. You motherfuckers, how many more? We gave you all kinds of shit. We got a chicken shit that left you ammo, weapons, Blackhawks, our latest technology. Fuck, it's a wonder he didn't give you a key to the White House. Hey, come on in. It don't matter if it's 2 a.m.
I won't be here till Tuesday.
Just when I get back, we'll break some bread. Oh, money, Joe, stacks of money. I don't know how much money was left there. Cash. I was watching at the cash. There's like 3 rooms, stacks of money, cash. What demands? Could you? Here's a demand. Let our fucking people fly off that goddamn airport untouched, or what? Guess what? We'll stick a missile right up your fucking ass.
Right. We
It
can.
ain't. It would take us long to come back. Oof. You know.
Yeah, we have
and you
capabilities
want
to pinpoint.
Yeah. We boom, you're gone. Sure,
Yep.
you don't want to let them people out? Boom, you're gone.
Right.
So as far as I'm concerned,
No.
man, I'm fired up now. The bastards did that to me again. I tell you what, it rubs me raw that they yank people off our show and give them days, suspended. They cut my fucking feed, and we're a little show. But as far as I'm concerned, this president of the United States, did you people, Doug, did you hear him say we had to stick to the deal, and the deal was this day. We could not go back on our word, and all this happy fucking bullshit that he spread. Remember that, Doug? We had to move out. They're not sticking to their word. So what are you going to do about it? Because listen, if it was Putin, or if it was Trump, or even that little gook in North Korea, I guarantee you there'd have been a missile up your ass already.
Yeah, there wouldn't be Afghanistan.
No. You guys are on the presidential suite. Poof. Sprinkles. Yeah. That's gone. Yeah. Are you sure you don't want to let them planes out? I mean, what demands? Here's the demand. You made a deal. There's no demands.
Yep.
The demands is like Toby Keith says in a song. We'll put a boot up your ass. That's the demands. Yeah, you're right. It's been even that little Rocket Man, he wouldn't have put up this shit.
No.
Well, you know what?
Oh boy, I think they're gonna shut him down for good here soon.
I'm in Delaware.
Are you back?
I'm back.
Hello?
You there?
Sort of semi back. We can hear you.
Can you see me now? Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. It's a little fuzzy, but we can see you.
Unbelievable. It's fuzzy. Okay, I'm sorry. Mr. Kim.
You gonna say sorry?
Mr. Kim from North Korea, Mr. Putin.
Mr. Zuckerberg.
Mr. Zuckerfuck.
That's not gonna get you very far.
Well, who cares? The damage is done.
Well, you can't hear him. I'll talk. This is what we're headed to. We're headed to censorship. First Amendment's not going to mean shit. Try again, Chris.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Oh, he left. he really left for now. So anyhow, this is what we're looking at. The censorship is starting with your social media, and then it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And there he is.
I play this shit all night, though.
Can
whatever. You? I mean, I ain't got to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Our Labor Day.
You should be working at Labor Day.
So all you people that's at home, and took all that government money and refused to go to work, I don't want you cooking out or not this weekend.
Right.
You cook out, but send that shit over to guys like me, Joe, and the rest of you people on here, that worked. Well, I tell you what, it's funny. it's funny how a little show, with opinions can pull the attraction of a multi-billion-dollar company. Isn't that funny? They're scared. They're scared of people like us. You people in the comment section. They're scared of us. They're scared of us. There's no, and the only way to do it, their way to deal with it is silence. You try to silence it. So I'll give you 30 days in the hole. I'll give you 3 days in the hole. I better not say that again. Yeah, big deal. You know, they silence me. Trust me. There's millions of other motherfuckers just like me. Debbie, please silence them. There's other people like me that'll stand up and speak. People are getting tired of it. They're getting tired of it. If you're not tired of what's going on in this country and you think things are okay, Joe Biden doesn't need to take the mental test. You do. You need to reevaluate what the hell is going on in your life that you think this is okay. Any of this, and what direction we're going. Look at the COVID numbers. I get on my conspiracy theory. You all admitted in here, you know way more people that got COVID now than you ever did, but the numbers are the same. How Trump's president, numbers up like this, hardly you knew anybody. Trump goes out, numbers drop. Biden tells the whole world, I'm the one that got the vaccine going. Now you know a lot of people, and the numbers are still, they're deflating them, not inflating them. They're deflating them. And it all starts at the White House in Capitol Hill. They're pulling this shit. You watch, about the time they start putting this infrastructure, about the time they say, we're pushing for another check for you people, you watch what happens, Doug. That the voter bill, the gun bill, and all that will slide right through. And the fence is still up at Capitol Hill. Why? Why?
They're afraid of people like you.
Me? Because I got an opinion?
Yeah.
I was the one that come on here and said, hey, the first people to come across them gates, that's commission. You know, you mean you disagree, even to this day.
They're going to shut them down again.
Are they? They
You're
knocking
back?
me out again? Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, I heard January 3rd.
January 6th.
Oh, they made you say the 3rd.
Well, January 6th, when I said it, as soon as they rushed them gates, they should have been shot. Well, Zuckerberg heard that and go, oh, man.
How violent.
Hold on. He's something I'm siding with. Yeah. I'm siding with him on that one.
So, just one last thing
Trump
I wanted to talk about.
Hey,
those that voted for Biden, Walter, and then his latest, biggest, huge gaffe in Afghanistan left the Taliban in charge. So the ladies in Taliban, they decided to have a peaceful protest outside to say, hey, we want at least equal rights.
Education. What was it, Doug?
They just wanted equal rights.
They named them.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted education.
And
they wanted, to be on a parliament. You there?
Yeah. Your video is a few seconds behind what you're saying, or what you're saying is a few seconds behind the video. But anyhow, they just wanted to point out that it was peaceful. It wasn't a large group. It was just a small group of people protesting. The Taliban went out with rifles, started shooting them in the air, and told them to disperse. And that was the end of that. No equal rights for you.
No, not at all.
So, like we said last week, we set back the Afghan women about 20 some years now.
And the problem is, oh boy,
What?
I got a notice.
You did?
Yeah.
You got a
What did it say?
I read it. I read it to after about political. Same one I got before. You know, I'm talking political, negative political comments. Yeah, that is, you know. So our negative political comment is on women's rights, Doug, right?
Apparently, in another country.
In another country. We're talking about this. One day I come across that and sent it to you. Where the protest was, where they were protesting.
Yeah.
And you stop and think. A 19-year-old girl right now in today's world in Afghanistan, 19 years old. All she ever knew was the world that we were helping them with, Doug. She doesn't know what it was like 25 years ago, or 30 years ago, or even 21 years ago. Shire law.
Right.
Imagine what she's got to go through in life. Everything she's ever known is out the door. Now she goes out and protests. Now you got bullets flying over you. And the Taliban, of course, remember that article? Did you read the whole article? I read most of it. The Taliban, of course, what was their response, Doug? No, we went out and talked to them and reassured them that we were going to change. That ain't what they did. They went out and threatened them, said, you know,
disperse.
The bullets went in the air the first time. Next time they're coming in you. Disperse. And all they wanted was like what they had before. This takeover, a seat on a parliament and government, Doug. Seat in government, education. Leading to now. Unfucking blue.
And again he goes, goodbye. I think we're going to probably wrap it up here. It's getting really tough to stay on. I'm really wanting to know what that... Was that an email or a text or what that you got?
Private message.
Private message. Why am I not getting any of those?
I don't know. It went right to me personally. So I can't even talk about women's rights now in Afghanistan.
No, because they're cutting your audio.
Now they're cutting it?
Try it again.
Can you?
Wow. Okay. Oh, mercy sakes. We'll give them a minute to come back on. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You cannot say what you want to say. You will pay. You will pay, Mr. Mize.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Fuck you, Facebook. There, I got it in before they cut me next. You commie fucks. There. Cut me now. I don't give a fuck. You know? I'm getting knocked off for sticking up for women's rights and shit. I can't even talk about that in Afghanistan because Biden fucked that up for the women over there. And if you're a woman and you voted for Biden in this country, that's you. That's on you. That's on you. Ain't on me and my wife. We didn't vote for him. Facebook wants to cut me. Little fact-checking bastards. Fact check that. Right there. That fact check. That's a true comment from me to you. Whatever.
All right. It's 9:30. You get the last word.
I get the last word?
Yeah. Yeah, since you didn't get the
wake up. Wake up. We got a person that I wish nobody ever had Alzheimer's, dementia. I wish they'd find a cure right now. I wish they'd work hard for a cure for Alzheimer's, dementia, cancer, and diabetes, and you know, stuff like that, as hard as they do on a COVID-19. But they're not gonna. Pharmaceuticals control that. They're not gonna. Wake up. Go vote. Because I can tell you this right now. We got a president that can't pass competency test. He don't even remember how to get back to the White House from the helicopter. He walks away from the podium when asked questions with his head down. Go back and watch that video. Watch that one we showed of what, 4 places, Doug? He refused questions and walked away. Walked out. Watch his head. Watch his demeanor. Study that. Go Google it. See what that means. It means defeat. We got a vice president. All she can do when she's asked a tough question is laugh. That's her response. When she doesn't know an answer, she laughs. There's nothing fucking funny about Afghanistan right now and the atrocities that we left people there. There's nothing funny about 2 planes sitting on a tarmac, ain't been able to leave 2 days because now the Taliban wants demands. There's nothing funny about the hurricane that hit Louisiana. Nothing at all. At all. There's nothing funny with our border crisis. There's nothing funny with the 2 bills that are still hanging, the voter bill and the gun law bill. There's nothing funny about it. And she laughs when asked tough questions. There's smoke screens on some of this shit. They're pushing shit through. You need to pay attention to everything I just said, but you also have to pay attention to the little details. The little details. Why is there still a fence up around the Capitol Hill? Because they're still about to pull some shit. You need to pay attention to the First Amendment because we're losing it. We are losing the First Amendment. And when that starts going down, watch the other ones fall. This administration and this up in Capitol Hill could give 2 shits about our Constitution. Remember the comment he made. The Constitution is not absolute. It can be changed. Remember that, Doug, about 5 months ago?
Yep.
That come out of his mouth. The Constitution is absolute. It is absolute. You want to throw me off? Throw me off. I'm just a dumb hillbilly construction worker that's involved in racing. But I can tell you this. I'm a middle-class man, just like the rest of you are middle-class men and women that are fed up with this shit. Pay attention. Vote. Mark Bakita, a few of these people, they need to go in office to straighten this shit out. Blystone in Ohio. These guys need to make the change. And we have to push for it, the middle class, Doug. We're the middle class. There's nobody watching this show on here that's millionaires. And there's a lot of people ain't watching this show that are in poverty. Middle class. Right. We pay the bill, Joe. We pay the taxes. The shit they're pushing through now, you're going to have a per mile tax. You see that, Doug? In Ohio, you're going to have, it's federal now. You're going to have per mile tax. You're going to have this. You're going to, We're giving money away like we're a goddamn drunken hooker, a sailor.
Right.
We're putting infrastructure bills in for 3.2 million, a trillion, when only 1.4 trillion is actually going to infrastructure. Facebook wants to knock me out because I call it out. I'd rather get 30 days in a hole, Doug, from Facebook than to sit here and try to pussyfoot around all these.
Right.
My closing statement, what do you got to hide, Facebook and YouTube? What do you have to hide? You two are some of the ones that are going to lose if we don't straighten it out. Censorship will come down on you first because they won't want us talking to anybody else outside this country or in another state. Facebook will cease to exist if they get what they want. Pelosi's already said it publicly, Doug. Biden's attacked Facebook and the social media. They don't want it. Because we can pull up and show dumb shit that they're doing. Just like tonight. Last week we had to pull it off. We couldn't even download shit.
Right. Yeah.
Wake the hell up, man. You know what? I don't care. I'm not going to change. Just like someone come on our Facebook Live at Sandusky Speedway. I can't watch this anymore because you're smoking. I didn't know the fucking smoke went through my computer, come out on yours, and went in your face. I wasn't aware that trick could happen, and I'm going to keep smoking, so you better tune off. I'm not changing. I'm not changing my views. I'm not changing the way I feel. As Debbie said, I've gotten more aggressive politically. She don't like it at times. I feel I gotta. It ain't me. I've lived my life, Doug. Me and you've had this conversation.
Yeah.
You've lived your life. I've lived mine. I got 4 little grandbabies I worry about. My kids. They got their whole lives in front of them. There's nobody protecting them but us. The government no longer gives a fuck about you or your kids. Period. They don't care. It is what it is. What'd she say?
That's why they did the lockdown so people can't congregate and share notes.
But they still did on here and other social media.
Yeah, but now they figured that they're closing that loophole. Oh, shit, we forgot.
Here we go. Huh? Yeah, here we go. They forgot to close that loophole during lockdown. But they seen and what I'll call the trial basis and how it's going to work. They seen where they made their mistakes. You're right, Joe. There's nobody wants to be like this. Every morning you wake up, one of the thoughts in the first 20 minutes is, well, I wonder what kind of shape we're in here or Afghan. You think about what's the government screwed up now that they're putting us in. What kind of world trouble we got now that we got in. It shouldn't be in your head. We the people. We forgot that, Doug. We the people elected people to represent us. The government works for us. We the people. The Constitution, Rand Paul quoted it. The Constitution was wrote not to protect the government, but protect the people from the government.
Mm-hmm.
And it needs to be put in place now. Where we go, I don't know. If I knew, I'd probably be out in Lake Erie, wrapped up in a burlap bag, cut up chumming fish because, I get a knock in the middle of the night. Boom, I'm going for a ride. Huh?
Great.
I'm just saying.
Told you we had drones
Look
over the
back
house.
in history. Look back in history. Every serious activist, whether it was Martin Luther King, whoever, that was really making headway against the government, against change, against this. Look back in history. Somehow they got taken out. Somehow they got taken out.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, all I like to say is when you hit the pillow at night, you better pray for this country. If you're one of them that you're on the fence about God and the religions, you better get off the fence. You better get off the fence right now and hit your knees. My opinion and my opinion only. It isn't Doug's, anybody else on the boards. My opinion only. He's about the only one that's going to bail us out of this bullshit. Give people the strength to finally say we've had enough. Because our government's not doing it. Nobody's better bow down and say some prayers for this country. And like I said, if you're on the fence, you better jump off. That's about it, Doug. The other thing I can say is I want to say is my prayers go out to Sue Swartz, Doug. She's not in good shape. We've said it before. She's involved in the racing world. She is on a ventilator. It's been a fight. I'm not going into more detail as that's not to. You know, that's between them and the family. It's not good. She needs your prayers too. I mean, there's a whole lot of praying to do tonight, Doug, when we hit our pillows.
Yeah.
I mean, for this country.
Yeah.
Which Constitution? Yeah. Well, I mean, you're right. It's being rewrote. We're worried about bird or rabbit.
All right.
All right. Well, you don't want nothing in closing, Doug? You're just sitting there laughing, ain't you?
Well,
3 times.
I'm good.
What's the record? What's the record?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep track.
I mean, it was 4 times tonight. 4 times. A little show. How many people we got viewing? 9, 6,
5.
5 people. There you go, people. Let that sink in. God bless America and all you people watching.
See ya.